I'm Phoenix Wright, and welcome back to the trial that never ends. I think we're gonna be here for the rest of our lives.
This is
As long as Maya dies, that's fine.
I wouldn't say that it goes on and on through friends, though. I don't know if I'd call these people friends.
Hold it! But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there is a rhyme and reason for everything.
Maybe she's saying she poured it for Mr. Wright.
Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you?
No.
What?
What?
Oh.
In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen.
No, you stay out of this.
Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'll just be in a three-person argument with myself. Ugh! Hold it! So, it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Kurita?
Oh.
Objection! I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. Urgh.
Go make yourself some evidence.
And then, what did you see next, witness? Hold it! Slumped over? Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. You know, like alive people do. He really looked like he was sleeping. Is it just me, or did that right there sound a little odd?
Just you.
Hold on. I'd like to look at the crime scene photo. Oh my god, too many photos. Okay.
Well,
I mean, he doesn't look particularly alive.
No, he does not. I mean, he's also, like, on a chair, but... Hold it! Then what did cross your mind? I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix. And then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see. So you didn't think he was dead at all?
What? Yes. Hold it! You thought he fainted? I thought he was asleep at first. But then the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. And that's when you went to pour the glass of juice. Yes, he always has a hard time waking up. So Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink. What?
What?
As a normal person does, yes.
First thing I do in the morning is roll out of bed and glug some tomato juice.
what I
prefer
do is I
Clamato.
take a caffeine pill and I dissolve it in my tomato juice.
Ew!
Don't talk to me before I've had my morning tomato juice. I see. And after that, what happened next?
Hold it! And how did you come to realize that he was, in fact, dead? I shook him over and over, but I never got a response. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse.
Maybe he was just having a really hard time waking up.
I was shocked and staggered backward. And knocked the flower vase over. So that's what happened.
Don't put words in her mouth.
Yes. As if that's
That
the worst
ellipsis.
he's done.
Yeah.
Well,
You're supposed to be better now.
this is what it all comes down to.
Huh?
This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now is our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case.
Phoenix, now is our best chance yet to kill the prosecution. Isn't that a bit harsh? Ms. Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time?
No.
No. Okay, he reacted to this, but I'm not sure if there's actually a contradiction here.
Yeah, he was in the corner? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like,
is the picture of him not in the corner?
I mean, he's
Not
on a
particularly.
chair, but, like, it's kind of the corner of the room.
Yeah.
I mean, you could present it and be like, hey, he had a knife!
Yeah, I feel like that, or maybe, like,
Actually, yeah,
that-
honestly.
like, the fact that he might be dead didn't cross my mind. I don't know if it would be better to do
Yeah.
it there.
It's either, the thing is, either she saw him with the knife or she's the one that planted the knife.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or either way, maybe.
Like, ma'am, there was a knife in his
Man,
chest.
didn't it?
Objection! So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
Whoop.
Ah! No, that man ain't dead.
Oh shit!
Nah. I mean, that knife definitely didn't kill him. What
You
is
know,
the
it's
meaning of
true.
this?
Oh my god.
Isn't
Let
it
the judge
obvious,
get-
Your Honor?
Rip.
There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Kurita's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man. That's... Well, you see... I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Ms. Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie.
Oh what?
And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer.
Uh-huh.
No! What if I just screamed no at the top of my lungs in my house?
That would be
You mean
commitment.
me playing April May? It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Onguard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Ms. Andrews, try to have some composure.
Accept your death. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt! I swear it! He's the one who killed Juan. But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That does...
That's because...
Ms. Andrews, I will give you one last chance.
Why?
Oh my
Alright.
god. Although I guess maybe, to be fair, this might be how Edgeworth feels when the judge is like, all right, Phoenix. You're right.
That's true.
What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
Don't mock me.
Jeez.
I refuse to testify. Then what? Then why?
Well,
Huh? The whole audience is going, what?
but in unison.
Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Onguard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. Just say there,
They're
Phoenix.
bad fucking killers.
And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Because they suck! To be fair, Von Karma did not really confess his guilt, he just screamed for like 10 straight seconds.
Maybe all the cases you've defended have been whack.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Onguard.
Okay. Objection!
Jesus.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple.
I said so.
This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. Can I go home?
You told the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh?
Oh.
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Onguard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. They'll shoot you as soon as court adjourns.
Jesus.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
Why not?
What?
Like...
Why the fuck would he lie to you?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma. That bitch.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? You idiot? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. You're going to continue to simplify this woman's personality and trauma.
Yes.
Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Because she has experienced great trauma. Then, right
Okay.
now, Miss Andrews is...
Damn, bitch, me too. Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma.
A
The candy.
They're delicious.
We all made the same joke at once.
And she is now dedicated her life to Miss Von Karma. What would you do for a lifesaver?
What?
I don't know. Like, if someone gave you a lifesaver, would you not, like...
No, I would definitely lie in
I
court.
depend
The
on
tagline is not, what would you do for a lifesaver, though?
What would you do
Well, I know.
for a lifesaver?
I was...
Perjury.
Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, that on guard will be acquitted. Cool. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging on to them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. Because I don't pay attention to people's trauma. But Ms. Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That is my only priority. It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone. Help me.
I didn't kill anyone.
My god.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
Huh?
What are your plans after graduation?
What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
God, this is like literally just the role reversal of like every time the judge is
Yeah.
like, Mr. Edgeworth, what will you... What
Edward,
do you say about this?
looks up from frantically shuffling his notes like, oh, I forgot, I'm in charge of this court for some reason. Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did, and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
It's him.
It's
The
me.
Blue Badger.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there. Right?
I mean, okay, so it's not, but like...
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The man who wants to win the case. Could we have the not guilty, please? I feel like we gotta ask her to testify.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's like
'cause-
pushing pretty hard that she's like, Phoenix is doubting it, which means she's not guilty, but...
Mm-hmm.
And it's all like in this blessed court system, it's not enough to get a not guilty. You have to find out who the real killer is, I
Yeah.
guess. And I think the only way we're gonna do that is if she tells us something
Yeah.
more.
Alright, fine, Edgeworth. I'm a weak man. Anyway,
Except for my legs.
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Ms. Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Well, then why
No.
did you ask me what I wanted to do about it? Sure, Mr. On Guard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end? Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong. What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this, however.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Just pulls out a gun.
Jesus.
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop!
Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. That's not how you should have put it. What?
Dumb
And-
bitch disease.
No, that's Edgeworth's illness.
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop! Please stop! No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. I mean, I guess at least he's doing it to get her not acquitted, like, convicted of murder, but, like, Jesus, you could have done this better.
Yeah. An illness.
Ah! That's... That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. Okay. Okay. The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please! Please stop! I beg you! If people find out... I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Jesus Christ! Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips.
I really thought you were gonna say I will pull the trigger. I just heard I will pull the trigger.
No matter what I have to do. Edgeworth, literally, you were the one who chose death, you idiot. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk. But please, help me. Nothing matters anymore. It's not a crime!
Yeah.
Oh, okay, she's talking about the murder.
Oh, so it is a crime.
Okay, it is a crime. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the suit nipple. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume.
Stabbed the body? With the knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but... This is the truth.
It didn't take me very long to understand.
The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. Last time?
Ace Attorney?
So, Ms. Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with the knife. It was Ms. Andrews in the hotel room with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder.
That's also a crime.
And this is her crime.
That's literally a crime. Why is it in quotes?
It is literally a crime. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Ms. Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Check script. Hold on.
She was the last witness. She's gotta be.
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Hold it! But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is part of the Jammin' Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up, and went to pour the juice on him. Hold it! What is this plan you had? I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. Ma'am! If you hadn't done that, he was literally already going down for it. So if you wanted him to be convicted of murder, you should have just not done anything. So, the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the suit nipple. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
In his body.
Hold it! That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Oh wait, actually, yeah. Her evidence was what got him in court in the first place. I'm stupid. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. Hold it! So you were the one to stab the victim with that knife. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But, at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own.
That's not a defense.
Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the suit nipple somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the suit nipples off and then plant it in Mr. Onguard's hakama. Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? If only this case would go that smoothly.